All right, look, folks, I want to talk to you briefly about TLRY because what I'm seeing on StockTwits is driving me crazy. So stay tuned. We're going to talk for a second about TLRY. All right. Hi, my name is David Lincoln. You may not know me, but I have been trading stocks for the better part of, I don't know what, 20, 30 years now. I spent 10 years standing in a trading pit just staring at stocks trading all day, every day. I had a portfolio of constant options positions in like, I don't know, 20 to 30 different stocks simultaneously, constant positions on for like 10 years. So I have some experience in this area. And I'm reading this stuff on TLRY on StockTwits that's saying stuff like, oh, there's a lockout period that ends January 15th. So all you have to do is short it on January 14th, and you're going to make tons of money because it's just going to go straight lower from there. Let me tell you, folks, the market is not as easy as that. Just think of it rationally for a second. Do you really think that people who are betting big money on TLRY are not going to know that there's a lockout period ending January 15th and then more shares are going to come on the market then? Do you think that that there's like this other sort of half of the world that's not paying attention, that's just going to stand there and let themselves get run over by you selling them shares on January 15th and go lower? Do you not think that other people have seen this and have come up with a more complex strategy than that ahead of time to take advantage of the short? Like, for example, a hedge fund or a big trading firm shorts the stock ahead of time. Also, people that have shares that are going to be released find some way to short the stock and to hedge those shares ahead of time, whether it might be by being some sort of risk collar or by buying puts. A risk collar, just for those who don't know what that is, let's just talk about that for a second, because I'm here to educate you. Now, okay, this is the chart for TLRY from 11 o'clock on today. You see it sell way down to 71.39, and then it rips right up back up to 78, and then it kind of fades off through the close. I was talking about how I wanted to short it before the open today, and it did go lower. But I'm not the person who's going to come on and say, oh, you should have followed what I recommended and shorted it because you would have made money like me. No, I don't say that to you at all. What I say to you is make your own decisions about trading. Don't follow what I do or anybody else does. Make your own way in the trading world. I wouldn't expect you to follow what I do any more than I'm going to follow what you do, which is I'm not. I'd expect you to make up your own mind and do your own research and come up with your own ideas. So let's talk about a risk collar for a second, just so you know what that is. And it's not always legal to do this, but this is a way that you would hedge a long position. Like, let's say, for example, you were long a stock and you wanted to put a risk collar on. So what you would do is something like this. TLRY, January. Okay. You would say, okay, I'm going to sell the, I'm going to sell the 95 call. Or how about this? I'm going to sell the 85 call for 480. And I'm going to buy the 55 put for 480. So with paying no money, I'm going to put this trade on. And it's showing, I don't know why it's showing that, but let's see, 85 call, 480. And I mean, I'm not picking maybe the exact right strikes, 420, 470, 480, 540. But essentially, you're going to sell a call. Let's pick something else out. Let's say you sell the Jan 110 call for 130, and you take the money that you collect from selling that call and you use it to buy a put paying a similar amount. So maybe you buy the 40 put, okay? And so in this way, this particular trade, it has us collecting 95 cents. But you can set up the trade so it's basically to even, where you're selling a call and you're collecting money to buy a put. And what that does is, if the thing goes up, sorry, I'm getting feedback there. There we go. If this rallies, you're short that call, so you're going to lose money on the call, and you're long the put, so you're going to lose money on the put. If it sells off, you're going to make money on that call that you're short, and you're going to make money on the put that you're long. This is called a risk reversal or a collar, and it is used when you are long stock and you can't actually sell the stock. So what you do is you would put a collar on. Now, the most basic thing to do would be to trade a combo. So for example, January, you could pick any strike. Let's just pick the at the money strike, for example. Let's say the 70 strike, and you could buy the 70 put and sell the 70 call. Okay, so that would be called selling the combo. You'd sell a call and buy a put. Now, if we know our option synthetics, selling a call and buying a put is the same thing as selling stock. So you're synthetically selling the stock here. Okay, so the deltas of these two options together is going to equal short 100 deltas. So the call is about a 50 delta call, which you're selling one of, and the put is about a 50 delta put, which you're buying one of. So this is going to equal being short 100 deltas or being short 100 shares of stock. So theoretically, you could sell this combo in January against every 100 shares you're locked out of. You could sell one combo in January to hedge yourself, and this would cancel out any risk you have of this going up or down while you wait for your stock to be available to sell. So there you have it. So if you're coming in with the thought that, like, hey, guess what? There's a lockout period, and what I'll do is I'll sell the stock ahead of the lockout period, and then it will definitely go down. Things don't work that simply in the stock market. People don't just hand you free money. And if you're going to go into this with the idea like, oh, I thought of this, and nobody else thought of it, and I'm definitely going to make money on this, it's obvious, you better think again, because it's not, the stock market is never that easy. In fact, there's no guarantee at all that this is going to tank on January 15th. It could go way higher on January 15th. People could have sold twice as much of the stock as is being floated to in anticipation of this selling off, and this thing could be way deflated to the point where, like, it rallies on January 15th. So you need to have a little bit more of a second level type thinking than just thinking so basically that, like, well, it's going to be diluted, it's definitely going lower. Because there are some of the smartest people in the world that you're competing with in the stock market, and you have to take money away from very smart people to make money in the stock market. So remember that all the time. If you think something is so nice and someone's just handing you money, you need to ask yourself, why am I so lucky that someone's just going to hand me money in TLRY with this such an obvious, easy play? I mean, who is standing there going, oh, well, I'm going to buy TLRY right when January 15th comes out, and the stock is going to be diluted, and all these people are going to be able to sell their shares. That's when I'm going to step in and buy it right then. No, people are going to wait and see how that plays. If they're looking to buy TLRY stock, they're going to wait and see how that plays out, and then maybe buy it a little later or something like that. So I would think to yourself always, if something is too good to be true, what makes me so lucky? And I would also think it can't be that easy. There's got to be something more to this when you have this bright idea. You know, people on StockTwits are saying, "Oh, it's such a layup, and this is so easy." Anytime someone on StockTwits of all places is telling you this is so easy and has absolute certainty with which way a stock is going to go the next day, you should immediately be skeptical. That should be just a rule of thumb. Anyway, something to think about. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you are a little bit better equipped to handle what's coming next in TLRY. Be cagey out there, folks. You're competing with some of the best people in the world.